You are in control of your mindset and actions, regardless of external circumstances or challenges. This is not just a motivational idea. It's a truth that has the power to reshape your entire life. Every morning you have a choice. You can wake up and allow the world to dictate your emotions, your focus, and your energy, or you can take command of how you think and how you respond. Most people live in reaction mode, constantly responding to the noise of the world, messages, distractions, disappointments, or demands. But you don't have to live that way. You can decide to take full ownership of your mind. No matter what happened yesterday, today is yours. It's fresh, it's unwritten, and no one can write your story unless you hand them the pen. Taking control of your mindset means you set the tone for your day. It means you speak life into yourself before the world speaks doubt. It means you remind yourself of what matters, of who you are and what you're working toward. And that doesn't require perfection or pretending to be fearless. It simply means choosing power over passivity, choosing direction over distraction. Your thoughts shape your emotions shape your behavior, and your behavior builds your life. So if your thoughts are on autopilot, coming from a place of fear, self-doubt, or negativity, then your actions and results will reflect that. But when you start your day with conscious, empowering thoughts, reminding yourself that you're capable, focused, disciplined, and determined, then you shift the entire trajectory of your life. Control doesn't mean controlling every event. It means taking responsibility for how you think about those events. You can't control the weather, but you can choose how you prepare for the storm. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your reactions. That's where your true power lives. When you understand this, you stop blaming. You stop waiting for motivation, for permission, or for perfect conditions. You stop thinking life owes you something and start realizing that life will give you exactly what you demand from it, nothing more, nothing less. Taking control of your actions means showing up when it's hard, moving forward when you're tired, and staying committed even when no one is watching. It means becoming consistent with your habits, intentional with your time, and focused on your mission. It's the difference between drifting and driving. You don't need to have everything figured out to take control. You just need to take the first small decision in the right direction. Get out of bed with purpose. Speak positively to yourself. Take care of your health. Focus your mind on your goals instead of your fears. That's how you take control. One moment, one choice at a time. Because the truth is, life will always throw challenges at you. There will always be unexpected difficulties, setbacks, and things that feel out of your hands. But your thoughts and actions, those are yours. They are your territory. And when you master them, nothing can truly break you. Taking control is not a feeling, it's a decision. And it's a decision you can make every single morning, no matter what. It's not about waiting for the perfect mood or circumstances. It's about leading yourself, setting your own internal compass, and becoming the kind of person who doesn't react to life, but responds with power, clarity, and strength. You are enough as you are, and your strength lies in your perseverance and willingness to keep showing up. Too often, people measure their worth by achievements, titles, or external validation. They chase approval and success, hoping it will finally make them feel complete. But the truth is, worth doesn't come from what you do, it comes from who you are. You are not defined by your mistakes, your doubts, or even your fears. You are defined by your ability to rise after falling, your decision to keep moving forward when everything inside you says to quit. That's what makes you enough. Not perfection, but persistent. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, thinking you're behind or not doing enough, but every person's journey is different. You don't have to run at someone else's pace. You just have to keep moving. Every day you show up, despite fear, fatigue, or failure, you're building strength. Strength isn't always loud or visible. Sometimes it's silent. It's in the decision to try again after being disappointed. It's in the refusal to give up, even when progress feels invisible. Strength is built in the quiet moments when no one is watching, but you still choose to do the hard thing. Being enough doesn't mean you don't grow. It means you grow from a place of worth, not from a place of lack. You're not trying to fix something broken. You're developing the greatness that already exists within you. You're showing up for yourself, honoring your journey, and refusing to let temporary setbacks define your permanent identity. Now, the world will try to convince you that you're only worthy when you achieve certain things, but if you believe that, you'll always be chasing something that's already inside you. The real power is recognizing your value right now, right here in the middle of the process. You have a unique purpose, and every day is a chance to fulfill a part of it by taking intentional steps forward. Your purpose isn't something far off, waiting for you to discover it all at once. It's built day by day through your actions, your attitude, and your impact. Purpose is not always about grand achievements. It's about doing the things that matter consistently and with heart. It's about how you treat people, how you grow, and how you serve. When you start to live with intention, even the small actions carry weight. You're not just going through the day, you're contributing to something greater. You don't need to have all the answers to walk in purpose. You just need clarity on what matters most to you. It could be helping others, building something meaningful, growing into your highest self, or leaving a legacy that uplifts others. Whatever it is, it begins with action. Purpose grows through movement, not through waiting. When you wake up each morning and decide to align your energy with what truly matters, you begin to feel that fire inside you, that sense of direction, that pull towards something deeper than comfort or routine. Living with purpose doesn't mean every day is easy. It means every day has meaning. It means you're no longer wasting time on things that don't align with your values. It means even on hard days, you find motivation in knowing your life is part of a bigger picture. Purpose gives pain a reason and effort a reward. When you know why you're doing something, you can endure any challenge. You can keep going even when no one else understands, because you're no longer driven by approval, you're driven by a mission. And every step you take with intention brings you closer to the impact you were born to make. You are not defined by your past, but by the choices you make today and the direction you choose to move in. The past has its place. It taught you lessons, shaped your experiences, and brought you to this moment, but it does not have the authority to define your future unless you allow it. Many people carry the weight of their past like a shadow they can't outrun. They let old mistakes, regrets, and failures become permanent labels. But the truth is, the past is just a chapter, not the whole story. Every day you wake up is a fresh page. The power to rewrite your life begins the moment you stop letting yesterday control your identity. You may have made choices you're not proud of. You may have been hurt, broken, or misunderstood. But those moments don't define who you are. They reveal how strong you've become. The most powerful people aren't the ones who've never failed. They're the ones who used failure as fuel. They didn't allow shame to keep them stuck. They chose to grow, to heal, and to build a future that looks nothing like the pain they came from. That same power lives in you. You don't have to be the person you were last year or even yesterday. You can evolve. You can change. And it starts with one decision: refusing to be held hostage by the past. Fear is a signal of growth, not a barrier. It's meant to be faced, not avoided. Too many people mistake fear as a stop sign. They feel fear and instantly retreat. But fear, when understood, is actually a compass. It often points towards something meaningful, something that matters deeply. You only fear the things that challenge your comfort zone. And comfort zones never produce greatness. If you want to grow, achieve, or transform, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be willing to do things scared, to move forward even when your hands shake and your voice trembles. Fear doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something is important. It's a test of how badly you want something. Will you let fear control you, or will you use it as fuel? The greatest breakthroughs in life often lie on the other side of fear. But you'll never reach them if you keep choosing safety over courage. When fear shows up, don't shrink, lean in. Ask yourself what it's trying to protect. Is it warning you of danger or simply trying to keep you small? Most of the time, fear is just the mind reacting to uncertainty. But uncertainty is where change lives. It's where the next version of you is waiting. You will never eliminate fear completely, but you can stop letting it drive your decisions. Every time you face fear, you take back your power. You teach your mind that you are stronger than the voice of doubt. You begin to rewrite your story, not as someone who runs from fear, but as someone who uses it to rise. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing action in spite of it. And each act of courage makes you more confident, more capable, more unstoppable. Gratitude is a mindset, not just for the good, but for the struggles that shape and strengthen you. It's easy to be thankful when things are going well, but true gratitude is built in the hard times. It's when you look at the pain, the pressure, the delays, and still find something to appreciate. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. It turns every moment into a lesson. It reminds you that even in darkness, there is something worth holding on to. When you practice gratitude daily, you stop seeing obstacles as punishments and start seeing them as part of your preparation. And that simple shift in perspective can change everything. You are constantly evolving, and progress is found in daily effort, not in perfection. Growth isn't about getting everything right the first time or having a flawless journey. It's about showing up every single day with the intention to get just a little bit better than you were yesterday. You are not who you used to be, and you're not yet who you will become, but you're in motion. That motion is what matters most. Too often, people get discouraged because they don't see instant results. They expect transformation to be immediate, but real change happens gradually through consistent action, quiet discipline, and the courage to continue despite setbacks. Progress is often invisible in the moment. You don't always feel it. You don't always notice it, but every time you choose the right thing over the easy thing, every time you keep your word to yourself, every time you get back up after falling, you are evolving. And that kind of progress cannot be measured by likes, followers, or praise. It is internal, it is rooted, and it builds something unshakable. The mistake people often make is believing that growth is supposed to feel comfortable, but it's not. Growth stretches you. It exposes your weaknesses, challenges your beliefs, and demands your full attention. It's messy, it's tiring, and sometimes it feels like you're going backward. But that's all part of the process. No flower blooms overnight. No mountain is climbed without effort. The most meaningful progress is built one honest step at a time. You may not be where you want to be yet, but that doesn't mean you're not on your way. Don't underestimate the power of small wins. A tiny improvement, a new habit, a better decision today may seem insignificant, but over time, it compounds. Momentum is not created through big moves. It's created through steady, committed, daily effort. You don't have to have a perfect plan. You just need the discipline to show up consistently and the belief that your effort matters, even when it feels like no one is watching. Today is your most valuable opportunity, and how you use it shapes the future you create. We live in a world that constantly distracts us, pulls us in 100 different directions, and convinces us that there's always more time. But the truth is, you only get so many days. You don't control the number, but you do control the impact, and today is the only moment you truly have power over. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow isn't promised. But today, this moment is yours to command. When you treat today as sacred, you stop wasting time. You stop making excuses and start making moves. You realize that the decisions you make in the next hour, the energy you give to your goals, the way you treat people, and the way you show up for yourself, these are not small things. They're the building blocks of your life. You don't get another version of today. You don't get to rewind and redo. So the question becomes, what are you going to do with it? The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you begin with intention, discipline, and gratitude, you create momentum that carries you forward. But if you allow distraction, negativity, or procrastination to take control, you fall into a cycle that delays your dreams. Every day is a vote for the person you're becoming. Your habits, your choices, and your mindset are all casting a vote. So be mindful, be present, be deliberate. There is no perfect time to start, no ideal condition for taking action. Today is the time. Today is the condition. Today is the gift. Whether it's building a new habit, healing a part of yourself, chasing a goal, or choosing joy, today is your chance to do it. Not someday, not later, now. Because what you do with today becomes your life. You don't need to have everything figured out to take control. You just need to take the first small decision in the right direction. Get out of bed with purpose. Speak positively to yourself. Take care of your health. Focus your mind on your goals instead of your fears. That's how you take control. One moment, one choice at a time. Because the truth is, life will always throw challenges at you. There will always be unexpected difficulties, setbacks, and things that feel out of your hands. But your thoughts and actions, those are yours. They are your territory. And when you master them, nothing can truly break you. Taking control is not a feeling, it's a decision. And it's a decision you can make every single morning, no matter what. It's not about waiting for the perfect mood or circumstances. It's about leading yourself, setting your own internal compass, and becoming the kind of person who doesn't react to life, but responds with power, clarity, and strength. Fear is not a wall. It's a signal. It's not there to stop you. It's there to test you, to challenge your commitment, to see if what you want is strong enough to move through the doubt. Every person who has achieved greatness has done so with fear whispering in their ear. But they didn't listen. They didn't back down. They moved forward anyway, because they understood that fear only has the power you give it. If you let it paralyze you, it will. If you stand in front of it and move anyway, it shrinks. That's the difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise. Each time you act in the face of fear, you build courage. You teach yourself that you are bigger than your worry, bolder than your insecurity, and stronger than your hesitation. Fear feeds off silence and stillness, but when you speak against it and take action despite it, it loses its grip. The more you move, the more you prove to yourself that fear is not the end, it's the beginning of something greater. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the hard things. It means choosing to find light in the middle of the storm. It means recognizing that even in your struggles, there's something to be thankful for, whether it's a lesson, a new perspective, or simply the strength to keep going. Gratitude rewires your brain to see opportunity instead of obstacles. When you shift from why me to what can I learn from this, your entire energy changes. Suddenly, challenges aren't punishments, they're preparation. They're building your character, they're training your patience, they're sharpening your vision. Every single day you find something to be grateful for is a day you've claimed power over your circumstances. And it's not just about feeling better. It's about thinking clearer, performing stronger, living fuller. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain, it transforms it. It puts your focus where it belongs, on growth, on grace, on the gift of being alive and able to try again. You are becoming. You are not fixed. You are not finished. You are in motion, in progress, in transformation. Who you were last year is not who you are now, and who you are today will not be who you are 6 months from now. That's the beauty of life. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to change your mind, your habits, your beliefs. You're allowed to evolve. Growth is uncomfortable, yes, but it's also necessary. You'll stumble, you'll get it wrong, you'll question yourself. But if you keep going, if you keep showing up, something beautiful begins to happen. You start becoming someone you're proud of, not because everything's perfect, but because you're honoring the process. You're giving your best even on the days you feel your worst. And that's where transformation begins. Quietly, steadily, powerfully. You are worthy of success, peace, love, and abundance, not someday, but today. That worth is not something you earn through achievements, perfection, or approval from others. It's something you carry within you simply because you exist. Too many people live their lives waiting to feel ready or deserving of the good things they dream about. They believe that once they lose weight, earn more money, heal from their past, or gain more followers, then they'll be enough. Then they'll be worthy of happiness. But that mindset keeps you stuck in a loop of striving, never arriving. It's time to break that pattern. You don't have to prove your worth. You have to remember it. You were not created to just exist, to blend into the background or to play small. You were made with intention. Your life has meaning, and every part of you, your ideas, your creativity, your energy has value right now. When you start from a place of worthiness, everything changes. You stop settling for toxic relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or anything that makes you shrink. You stop chasing things to feel valuable and start attracting things that reflect your value. This isn't about ego, it's about truth. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to step into rooms that challenge you. You are allowed to say no to what drains you and yes to what feeds your spirit. Success is not reserved for a chosen few. It's not some prize given to the lucky or the loud. It's something you create from the inside out by believing in yourself, showing up with consistency, and refusing to let failure define you. Peace is not something that comes only when life is perfect. It's something you choose by protecting your boundaries, managing your energy, and letting go of what you can't control. Love is not something you have to beg for or chase. Real love, healthy love, starts with how you treat yourself. It begins when you speak kindly to yourself, respect your own time and space, and stop compromising your self-worth to please others. Abundance is not just about money or material things. It's a mindset. It's the belief that there is enough for you, for others, for everyone. When you adopt this mindset, you stop operating from fear. You stop believing that every good thing is temporary or that you have to compete for your share. You begin to trust that what's meant for you will find you, and you begin to attract opportunities that align with your energy. Abundance is showing up in gratitude for what you have while believing in what's coming. It's not scarcity, it's trust, it's openness, it's flow. Every time you tell yourself, I am worthy, you build a foundation that can't be shaken by rejection, failure, or fear. You give yourself permission to take bold action, to dream bigger, to live fully. When you understand your worth, you don't wait for permission to rise. You don't wait for someone to recognize your value. You walk in it, you speak with it, you live by it. This isn't about ignoring your flaws or pretending life is easy. It's about choosing not to let insecurity and fear be the drivers of your story. You've been through enough to know what doesn't serve you. You've learned enough to guide others. You've healed enough to move forward. So don't let another day pass waiting to feel ready. You're ready now. You're worthy now. You have something to give, something to build, something to become. And it begins the moment you stop shrinking and start standing in the truth of who you are. You have today, this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. It's all happening now, and it's yours. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today is the only time you truly own. We spend so much of our energy dwelling on the past or worrying about the future that we forget the power that lives in the present. The past may have lessons, the future may hold dreams, but today holds action. Today holds choice. Today holds transformation. Everything that matters begins here, in this second, in this decision to live fully, love deeply, and act boldly. You will never get another version of today. Once it passes, it's gone forever. The words you speak, the effort you give, the love you offer, the discipline you apply, it all adds up to the life you're creating. You may think today is just another ordinary day, but it's not. It's a seed. What you plant today, you'll harvest tomorrow, whether it's building a business, repairing a relationship, working on your health, or chasing a dream. The results you want won't appear by accident. They grow from what you water right now. That's why your focus matters. That's why your energy matters. What you give to today will echo through your future. We often wait. We wait for the perfect timing, the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity. But waiting only delays the life that's trying to meet you. Today doesn't care if you're ready. It simply offers itself to you as a canvas. It's not about how perfect your plan is. It's about what you're willing to do with the moment you've been given. You don't need to know how the entire journey will unfold. You just need to take the next right step. That step might be small, it might be scary, but it matters more than you think. When you value today, you stop wasting time on things that don't serve you. You stop giving energy to distractions, drama, and self-doubt. You realize that your time is your life, and once it's spent, you can't get it back. So you protect it, you prioritize, you focus, you make today count, not because someone else told you to, but because you understand that greatness doesn't happen someday. It happens through what you choose to do right now. This day is an invitation to grow, to let go of the excuses, to rise above the noise, to make progress even when it's uncomfortable, to show up for yourself even when no one is cheering, to take responsibility for your future by honoring the present. The most successful, peaceful, and fulfilled people aren't living in a fantasy of tomorrow. They're mastering the discipline of today. They wake up with purpose, they choose action over hesitation, and they repeat it daily. You don't have to be perfect today. You just have to be present. You just have to care enough to try. You have to believe that this day is meaningful because you are in it. What you say today can heal someone. What you create today can inspire a generation. What you start today can change your entire life. And even if no one sees it, even if the world doesn't applaud yet, it still matters. Because today is not about them, it's about you and the decision to rise. Time will pass either way. Hours will go by, whether you use them or waste them. So make a decision. Decide that today won't be ordinary. Decide that today won't be taken for granted. Decide that today is a chance and you're not going to miss it. Because the truth is, you'll never have this exact moment again. The sun won't rise the same way. You won't be the same person. The world won't be in the same place. So give this moment everything. Honor it, use it, live it. Every single day is a vote for the person you are becoming. The words you speak, the actions you take, the habits you repeat, and even the thoughts you allow to grow. All of these are shaping the future version of yourself. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are in the process of becoming someone. The question is, are you becoming who you truly want to be, or are you becoming a version shaped by fear, doubt, distraction, or outside pressure? Your identity is not fixed. It is shaped by choice. Millions of small decisions that compound over time to build character, confidence, and destiny. Each day you have an opportunity to make decisions that align with your vision or decisions that pull you further away from it. When you wake up and choose to prioritize growth over comfort, discipline over ease, and purpose over passivity, you step into your power. And no, not every decision will be perfect. You'll have off days, you'll make mistakes. But what matters more than any single choice is the direction you're facing. Are you headed toward your potential or away from it? The direction you walk in determines the destination you'll reach. If you want to live a life filled with purpose, you have to cast votes for that life every day. Your habits are powerful because they don't require massive effort all at once. They just require consistency, that daily workout, that moment of silence in the morning, that journal entry, that refusal to scroll and instead choose to study, create, or build. Those are the votes that change everything. It's not about doing everything perfectly today. It's about doing one thing better than yesterday. Progress is not measured in leaps, it's measured in inches. But inch by inch, you move closer to a life that reflects your highest self. There's a silent transformation happening every time you follow through on a promise to yourself. When you say, I will get up early, and you do it. When you say, I won't quit on this goal, and you stay in the fight. When you say, I will focus today, and you actually block out the noise and get it done. Those moments build trust with yourself. They shape how you see yourself. They replace doubt with belief, hesitation with confidence. The more you cast votes for discipline, resilience, kindness, and excellence, the more you become someone who naturally lives those traits. On the flip side, every time you choose to break your own word, you cast a vote against your potential. When you skip what matters, procrastinate on what's important, or numb yourself with distraction, you're not just wasting time, you're slowly shifting your identity. And that's not meant to shame you, it's meant to wake you up, because you have the power to reverse it. At any moment, you can begin again. You don't need a Monday, a new year, or permission. All you need is the decision to be intentional with today. You are not just living a day, you are shaping a destiny. You are building a story with each choice you make, and no one else can write it for you. Your future is not an accident waiting to happen. It is a result waiting to be created. And the raw materials you use to create it are found in your daily life. Your mindset, your focus, your values, your time, every one of them is a brushstroke on the canvas of who you are becoming. You don't need to be extreme, just consistent. You don't need to be perfect, just committed. And most of all, you don't need anyone else's approval to become the person you know you're meant to be. You just need to show up today and cast a vote that says, this is who I am becoming.